In today's episode, I'm spending the night in this spaceship-looking bivouac, eating good food with stunning views, climbing a wild and uncharted ridge in the Julian Alps, and doing everything in my power to get off the mountain before dark. I'm off to a pretty late start. Don't ask me why, because I really don't have a good excuse. Let's just say it takes a while for me to get ready. But no worries. I've got the bike, and it saves me at least 20 minutes. Oh. I've been wanting to do this tour for a long time now, but there was always something that got in the way. Luckily, autumn is very generous with nice weather this year. A clear blue sky. It should be a beautiful day today. Three weeks of perfectly sunny weather, but the mornings are still as cold as they get in this time of year. My car was completely frozen when I woke up today. The grass is still all frosty. The road is coming to an end. Okay, I think that's as far as I can get with the bike. The vehicle is parked, and from here on we continue on foot. Somewhere up here, we'll see where the trail takes us. I just know I have to get on that ridge. It's getting pretty tight. Time to peel the onion. And also time to water the onion. What a nice roof. And we made it on the sunny side. Oh. Leaves have fallen, days are getting shorter, it's only a matter of time before winter takes over. I don't know what happened here, but it doesn't look like a happy ending. There's a bunch of birds' feathers. It's finally opening up a bit. It really felt like there's no end to this forest. Even the larches lost their needles already. Large trees are the only conifers to lose their needles for the winter. In autumn they have a really nice bright yellow color, but we're a bit too late for that. You know what? I'm gonna catch myself a breather here. Oh, treat you guys with some views and treat myself with a snack. Today I started off from 950 meters and now I'm exactly 1000 meters higher. That means I only got 250 more to the ridge. But as I said, days are short this time of year. And backpacks are heavy. Once we get to the ridge, we should be able to see where exactly I'm going. Less bushes and more rocks. That's what I like to see. Lately the channel has grown a lot and I'm extremely grateful for that. But the one downside about that is I can't reply to all of the comments anymore. It would be close to impossible now. So I'm sorry about that. But I want you to know, still do read every single one of them. And I really appreciate all the support you've been showing me. Okay, after a bit less than 4 hours and 1300 vertical meters, we have reached the ridge. That rhymes. Here we've got the king of the Julian Alps, and just below it is a bivouac, and that's where I need to go. We've got a couple of peaks to go over on the way there, and the first one is this one right here. An interesting way to mark the top with a fence post. Well, I prefer that over a giant steel cross. Those are just a bit much if you ask me. And what do we got here? A booklet. I never know the date. It either doesn't work or it works too well. Okay, let's continue. Now look, even if I don't make it to the bivouac, I can still sleep in this coffin. No more messing around, time to put on the helmet. If you're wondering why I've got the rope, it's because the second half of this ridge is unprotected, so no trails, no cables. I'm gonna have to do a bit of free climbing, and in case I've got to do any rappels, I've got the gear. Still got quite a long way to go. That's the last peak, and after that I've still got the hardest part left. Quite a tricky descent. Okay, didn't record much because I'm trying to catch up on daylight. I've only got less than 3 hours left, so had to hurry up a bit. I look back to where I started, all the way back here. It may not look like much, but I did make quite a lot of progress. There's lots of ups and downs, which you can see from here. Okay, let's not waste any more time and get back on the road. Now I've got a bit of a descent, and then the climbing starts right about here. Okay, here we go. It's a nice chair, perfect height. And this chair also represents the border between these two mountains. You've got Italy and the rest is Slovenia. That's now the second to last peak. Only got this one left, I think I showed correctly, and then one very tricky descent. I just have to find a passage somewhere down here and then up to the top. There's an anchor here, but I think it should be doable without the rope. We'll see. Otherwise I can put it around that rock. Okay, made it down, but not done yet. I've got another little descent. Okay, for this I'm definitely gonna pull out the rope. Bringing back the old school rappelling methods. Okay, now the final summit push. Oh, this sun's been shining in my eyes the whole day. I chose to climb the ridge in the wrong direction. Well, my original plan was to do it in the other direction, but then I changed my mind. What a cool summit. It looks like a stack of pancakes or a half-made burger. The last and final peak of the day. Well, speaking of pancakes, I've got something to show you. Ain't that gorgeous? Pancake pizza. Water, I need water. Before I ride off into the sunset, I have to give you a quick 360. That's gonna be my descent, but first let's go up there so I can show you where the bivouac is. Okay, once I managed to descend down to the saddle, I only got about 20 minutes of hiking left, and the bivouac should be somewhere down on that scree field. I think we should have just enough time left to make it down before dark. I think I'm gonna go check out this ledge. It looks promising. Down here and somewhere there. We just lost the sun. That gives us, what, like 30 minutes of twilight. Look at that. Very exposed here. You have to take it easy. Got some easy terrain now, and then another climbing bit. So smooth. Really nice underclings here. And the hollow big rock. You gotta trust your shoes. I guess one more climbing part from now on. How magnificent it looks. What a mountain. And the sunset. Oh, I found the ledge. It's gonna be our escape. I'm gonna pull out the rope one more time. Oh man, what a wild day. Just perfectly on time. Got the moon out, sunset. Well, if I started a bit earlier, then I could have taken it a bit more easy, but I've got no regrets. Believe it or not, everything happens for a reason. At least if that's how you go about life, you're gonna worry less and live more. Ouch. This is one giant maze of rocks. Just have to find a way through somewhere, somehow. I can see something shining. There it is, the spaceship. Oh. First things first, I need to regain some calories. My only meal today was 4 cereal bars and 2 pancakes. Risotto. And though it's cold, it's absolutely delicious. Finito. What do we have here? And of course I forgot again which date it is. 4th November. It's a nice bivouac, but it's a lot less stacked than some of the other bivouacs I've recently stayed at. All of the stuff is half empty. Well, I could play cards with myself. I think I'd rather go to bed. Not that lonely. Plenty of options, but I think I'm gonna take the top bunk. Looks a bit short. It'll do. I'm a compact man. There's one very important thing I forgot to consider. Sometimes I tend to fall off my bed. This looks like a deadly drop. So, wish me luck. If gods are on my side, I'll see you in the morning. Guten Morgen. After you guys went to bed yesterday, I remembered I've got Prussics. So I made this little fence. It seems like it worked. Still in one piece. Let's give it a proper test. Whoa. Also got a few pancakes left over from yesterday. A bit frozen. Oh, the sunshine is coming out. What took you so long? ridge I climbed yesterday is often overlooked because of the higher and mightier looking King Yellowheads. But don't be deceived, the ridge is much harder accessible because, as I said yesterday, there's no trails that lead to the top, so you have to do one of the climbing routes. In my case, I did the easiest one, and even that one is around the 2nd grade difficulty. And in between both, there's this lovely bivouac protected by a giant rock. Last year the king lost a bit of its former glory. A huge chunk of rocks broke off and came falling down in the valley. Because our mountains are so crumbly, that's not a rare occurrence at all, especially in the springtime. That's when the rock unfreezes and everything comes loose. So we get lots of giant rock falls. Another stunning view back at his royalty. And back down in the shade we go. Yesterday I hit my knee pretty badly on a rock. I can definitely feel it now. But once my legs get warmed up, it should be fine. Super.
Hvala.
Hvala. Just bought 2 Slovenian mountain service stickers from the hut. One sticker costs €5 and all of the money goes towards the Slovenian mountain rescue service. I've got lots of respect for those guys. They're putting their own lives at risk to help others, and they don't earn any money from doing it. So if you ever go hiking or climbing in our mountains, I encourage you to buy a sticker, or you can also donate on their website, which I'll put in the video description. I often get asked if I ever plan to join the mountain rescue team, and my answer is probably not until I'm 30. But after that, most likely yes.